That's a lot to chew on. So maybe working backwards. On transboundary adaptation planning, we have done a bit of thinking about this thus far. We think that an obvious place to start is with the regional bodies that already do some elements of regional adaptation planning. There are also some global bodies that are beginning to do a bit more work on this, like Global Adaptation Network, but they aren't quite as robust at this point. I think one of the major issues in this space is that the risk assessment approaches, as we've already started to talk about, are quite new and quite thin, because these are really, for early days, emerging questions, and I think a lot more work needs to be done to understand where the risks exist and how countries are linked to one another. So I think in terms of adaptation planning, what really needs to be done first is to get a better understanding of how the risks are linked and how the risks are moving in order to begin to plan collectively together. I think that said, we shouldn't take the planning element off the table. I think once we have some sort of indicative measure, even though it isn't a robust model where we can exactly quantify that this is the risk that links these two places, if we've identified a relationship that we think might be of interest, that's enough of a reason to start a conversation and have a dialogue between those countries to say, okay, we know we have this collective interest, how can we work on it together? I wish I had more robust options to offer you, but I think it's a bit too early in this space, unfortunately, to offer anything like that.